Richard, what are the best business strategies?
If you're going into business or you're starting in business, the thing I've learned from looking at successful business people is they start out with the belief they can do something and they fuel it with determination. Because, success in business isn't done just from a good idea, and it requires the ability to do a whole lot of things. One is to determine who you can trust to do what, and get the right people in the right jobs. The difference between a government that runs well and a business that runs well has to do with the person in charge delegating to people that have the right talent and letting them do their job. A lot of people who are heads of government screw up because they pick people they know instead of people who are qualified. And business people make that mistake all the time. That they'll hire their friends instead of people that are good at their jobs. And especially when you're starting out, you have to have that mentality that says you're going to vacuum every nickel up, that every moment counts, and every moment that somebody wastes time counts, and that includes you. That you have to make good decisions, and you have to know in your mind the difference between good decisions and bad ones. And you have to have the ability to stay motivated. It can't be something that ebbs and flows. You have to, ebb and flow is not determination. Determination is the harder it gets, the more you power on. And the ability to adapt. Businesses are like an organism, and the organisms that survive and do the well and flourish are the ones that adapt. You have to adapt to the economic times. You have to keep in mind, like during the deep depression of 1929, a lot of people became millionaires because they looked at those times properly. One of my friend's grandfathers looked at the depression and said, boy, people are going to be poor. So he started manufacturing cheap shoes and cheap clothes that they could afford. And you can't just look at what your business is doing and say, well, the problem is the economy. Well, economies change all the time, situations change all the time, politics change all the time. So we have to adapt with them and be able to look forward and to accept what's happening and to alter our businesses to get where we want to go. I know most of the people I've met that keep failing at businesses and investments fail because they get stuck on an idea instead of looking at what's really going on in the real world. And a lot of people look at work as if it's a difficulty, and successful people, it's what they enjoy. When humans are happiest when they have a purpose. And if your purpose is to succeed, then you become determined, and you will. That's the best advice I can give someone.